Hey, this is Dave of Dave Trains, and this is update 15. If you remember last time, I had a switch that wound up tearing up. Cato-Track is usually bulletproof, but for whatever reason, could not get this one repaired. So had to get another one, and that just came in the other day, and got it installed, and got it ballasted, and wound up, what I did was take some glue sticks and glue the sides of that all around, and even probably 4 or 5 inches above it, to make sure that no any water or glue or anything could get in. So other than that, got it ballasted. It's working pretty good. So what happened to the other switch, I don't know. I've got a question Cato to see what they have to say about it, but I have not heard anything back. So my experience is probably won't hear nothing back. But anyway, let me show you what I've recently got finished, and the projects I'm working on now. So let me turn this camera off and show you what I got here. Alright, you probably can't see it real well. I need to put some, used a medium ballast, but I need to put some fine in there. But basically what I did, like I said, is I took a glue stick, melted that, a little glue gun, and coated the sides all the way up here to the switch itself. And then when I go further down, I think I'm gonna do that same process to protect all those switches all the way back. And it's working really good. It's I can move it manually or automatically, and I've run my little switcher across it off and on quite a bit. So it's really, I'm not really sure what happened to that switch. I do know that my first switch over here is still not as responsive, but it does work. So pulling up that track and replacing it was just an absolute bear. So I'm definitely not going to do that again. So really, that's all I've gotten done in the last about a week and a half, I guess, because I was waiting on to go get my turnout, and so now that that's fixed, I can start back full time on working on the track, and I think I'm going to make my final extensions to my bench work and get that completed. So let me turn this off and turn it back around here. Well, I guess all you eagle eyes can see that I've changed shirts, and that's because from halfway through this present video, I had to wind up going somewhere, and several days before I could finish it. But like I said earlier, this is just a small update. I did get the switch in. There is one thing I do want to add is have a good friend that I've known many years. Worked with him over my career. This gentleman's name's Doug Tregesser. Doesn't have any trains, or he's not on YouTube or anything, but he knows I have my little channel, and he's always asking questions. And he told me that his dad had a train set that has been in storage for many years. And I think his dad, and Jim, don't get me wrong if I'm incorrect, but I think he's in his middle 80s and still very active. So when Doug was over at his old home place, he wound up picking that up, and they gave it to me. So I've got it right here, and it's pretty neat. It's a American Flyer. This was built back in the late 40s to early 50s. I took it to my local hobby shop that I go to. A gentleman there repairs old locomotives, and he said this is S-scale, so definitely I'm not sure if I've ever seen an S-scale or not, but it's also an AC locomotive, so definitely I don't have anything that it can run on, even though they did give me the tracks and the original transformer, which I'm sure doesn't work anymore. It's kind of disassembled, but it's a pretty neat locomotive. I think there's one piece missing right here that the tender attaches to. They did have the tender to it, but it was kind of neat. It's it had the ability to make smoke, and I think he said it had a chug device in it, so when it runs it'll make the sound like a locomotive. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I appreciate him giving this to me. I'm going to clean it up. I'm not going to repair it. This is an AC unit, is what I was told, and the guy at the hobby shop that I trade with said that it wasn't working, but it felt like it could be repaired. So I'm not going to do that right now, but I am going to clean it up and try to put it up as a display. He also had with him some passenger cars, and I've started cleaning those up. It's New Haven. I'm sure it came with it. It's pretty neat. They were made that could light up, and if you can see right here, Jim must have played with it quite a bit. The coupler's been broken. They've wired it back together, a piece of copper wire, but thought it's pretty neat, and I really appreciate it. So like I said, I am going to mount this up somewhere and display it. But that's all I've got this week. I hope everybody had a great Halloween and were safe. And as always, if you want to continue watching this little N-Scale journey I'm on, please subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell so you can get notifications of future videos. And if you want to, you can throw one of those likes up also. I like those. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.